Night Football. Just an FYI.
There's Mills in the gun. 1:13 to play. I hope you can get it back up for the post game. There's Trumpler off the left side inside the 5-yard line at the 1-minute mark. 3rd down and short, about 1 yard to go.
Sorry about those technical difficulties. Out here in Pavilion, there is one thing that is for sure, and service is always kind of spotty, but we are up on a new stream now, so if you can hear us on the radio, that's great. If not, give us 1 second. We will get that back up on the air on 99.1.
38 seconds and counting to play. 2 minutes ago, we got a word from Ernie Over saying we were off air, and that's going to do it. Shoshoni going to run out the clock. They do not have to run another play, and that's great sportsmanship as they don't try to push it in. We're going to go final here. Shoshoni 25, Wind River 14. What a battle.
Definitely.
On the Wind River homecoming night as players come out to shake hands. We'll try to get some players to come up here.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Let's get Alex Mills.
25, Cougars 14.
So final score, 25-14 in this ball game. We'll be back with our Click It or Ticket post-game show on the Wind River Radio Network.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Final score in from Pavilion tonight. Shoshoni comes over. They even up this long-time rivalry. 29 wins for Wind River, 29 wins for Shoshoni now in the all-time matchup. Those stats courtesy of Ernie Over today. But final score, Shoshoni wins at 25-14. The Wranglers improved to 7-1 on the season and 6-0 in conference play. Wind River drops to 5-1 in conference play and 6-1 overall. It'll move Shoshoni into first place in this West Conference of 1A 9-man football all by themselves, and they're done playing conference games. So Shoshoni secured the number 1 seed in the upcoming 9-man playoffs with that win tonight. Wind River still has another conference game next week, and it'll play big because Rocky Mountain right now is sitting at 4-2 overall and 3-2 in conference play, and Big Piney at 4-2 and 3-2 in conference play. So if Wind River can win next week right here at Pavilion, they will have the number 2 seed coming out of the West, and that would be big because they could host a playoff game right here at Pavilion, and then they would in all likelihood either have to go on the road or they would get a chance to host a second playoff game depending on how Shoshoni does it. We did get a final score in the NFL game tonight. It was Washington Redskins 12
Nope.
in the
Washington Commanders.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm old school. There'll always be the certain thing to me. The Commanders 12 and the Chicago Bears 7. And boy, you had I don't know where you come up with these stats, but currently Carson Wentz is 7-0 on Thursday night football games.
He's at his best on Thursday night.
Yeah, when everybody else is at their worst, Wentz is at his best. But this is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. I apologize for messing up the Commanders mascot, but we'll go over a scoring update as we're looking to get Shoshoni Coach Tony Trumpler and a couple Shoshoni Wranglers up here. I hope we can get Wind River Coach Frederick up here too. I don't know if they could go down and get him or
we might
not.
Be able to here.
We'll
Give
do
me 1
a
second.
Scoring summary first. First for Shoshoni, they would get on the board first on a 26-yard touchdown run by Alex Mills at the 9:46 mark of the first quarter. The PAT run was not good. It was 6-0 Shoshoni. But that's when Wind River caught fire. They would score on a 32-yard run by Cooper Frederick at the 4:26 mark of the first quarter. And then J.C. Herbert would score on the 2-point run, and Wind River had the lead. It was 8-6 Wind River. Then Herbert would score on a 36-yard touchdown run with 1:12 to play in the first quarter, and it would be a 14-6 lead for the Cougars as the Burke run was no good on the PAT. Then in the second quarter, Trumpler would score on a 4-yard run at the 5:06 mark. The 2-point pass was incomplete, but Wind River still led 14-12. And then at the 6:04 mark of the third quarter, it was Alex Mills hooking up with Peyton Trumpler on a 10-yard scoring pass to give Shoshoni the 18-14 lead as they went for 2 on the pass play, and it was not good. In the fourth quarter, at the 11:03 remaining, it was Peyton Trumpler scoring on a 1-yard run, and then Dominic Jarvis would finish it off with a PAT kick. Final score in this one, Shoshoni 25 and Wind River 14. And for Wind River, Sean, probably the key in this game was the 5 turnovers.
Definitely.
And the play of a certain linebacker tonight. And come on over, Dom. Our Papa Murphy's player of the game going to join us here on the post-game show.
Free pizza from my man. Here you go.
Dom, you guys started out this game giving up that outside run, and it was hurting you guys in the first quarter of the ball game. But I'm not sure what was said between the first quarter and the second. But all of a sudden, Cooper Frederick couldn't get outside, and Herbert was having a hard time getting outside. And it seemed like when they did cut in off tackle, they were laying under number 28.
Yeah, we kind of just went in at halftime and we weren't having fun. The first half, we were flat, and we went out, and we just decided it's like we're our best when we're having fun. And that's all there was to it. It's like our defensive ends were doing great jobs extending those plays and forcing those cutbacks for our linebackers to just come in and clean up that mess. So it was a great adjustment.
Well, you were having some fun hitting tonight.
Oh yeah,
Looked like it was Jarvis with the truck out there. So what? I mean, this gives you guys that number 1 seed, and it gives you a chance to play at home a couple more times. That's got to mean something as a senior.
Yeah. We look forward to the rest of the games that we have at Wrangler Field, and we're all pretty excited.
Well, you had a couple opportunities to catch passes tonight. Did you have stones in your hands, or what was the deal?
No, I actually ate some Butterfingers before the game.
Is that your favorite candy bar?
Oh yeah, love
All right,
Butterfingers.
All right. Well, yeah, there's maybe a little carryover there, but
maybe
this team, you guys like to grind out these wins. I mean, every game that I've done on the radio, it's been 1 or 2 touchdowns. You grind it out, you fight for it, and you come through.
Yeah, and I think that's when we come out like the best. When we're just pushing and striving, we come together as a team, and it really helps just get momentum. When Quentin had that pick right there on the sideline, that momentum just carried us. It just got everybody all excited. And
was that Clark that picked that?
Yeah,
right
Quentin
here?
Clark, yep.
All right. Well, you guys forced 5 turnovers, and they were all big because I believe on 3 of your scoring drives you scored because of turnovers.
Yeah. Yep, turnovers were a big thing, and I'm glad we were able to capitalize on them.
Were you guys stripping the ball, or what was it that was working for you guys out there?
It was a mixture, like hard hits and then stripping the ball.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Night defensively for you, young man.
Thank you.
And you are our Papa Murphy's player of the game. So,
Sweet.
hey, go eat a pizza.
Will do.
All right. That's Dom Jarvis here on the postgame. We'll take a break. We'll be back. This is the Click It or Ticket postgame show on KWYW.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit landergambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like Eco better.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We've got Coach Tony Trumpler here, and Coach, that was blood and guts football.
Yeah, it was a good game. We came out a little slow, a little sluggish. They didn't. They have a good running game, and they were ready for us. It took us a little bit to adjust and stuff, and things started clicking there toward the end of the half, and we went from there.
Well, I'm guessing early they had been working all week on ways to stop the boy, Peyton Trumpler, running the football. And so you guys passed a little bit right out of the gate and completed a pass and then drove down and scored that early touchdown. And you had to feel good about it. But then Wind River came right back and ran it down your throats.
Yeah, we thought we could get Jackson open in space. And, I mean, if Alex puts it out there for him, he usually comes down with it. Even tonight he had a couple of drops, but they were in there, and he just took good hits on the way down and dropped them. And, yeah, and then, we scored, and Wind River kind of came right back at us and charged it down the field. We weren't tackling well. We had him for a couple times in the backfield for a loss, and he squeaked out of there, and that hurt a little bit. But they run the ball hard.
Well, and they do a nice job hiding the football in that offense too. So
yeah,
they got to tackle everyone.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we bring our backers back a little bit so we can see into the backfield and see where the ball's going, and that helped a little bit once we got the, I guess you'd call them corner outside backers. What we were playing them tonight, got them pulled back a little bit so we could see what was going on back there. That opened up things a lot.
Well, Jarvis was big tonight defensively. It just seemed like every time there was going to be a big hit, he was going to be on it from the linebacker spot.
Yeah, when you can get Dom flowing and firing, he's fun to watch. And he came tonight and he was ready to go. And, we kind of just gave him the green light tonight and said, you do you, and he did a pretty good job of it.
You guys had to make some adjustments after the way Wind River came out running the football. And when you made those adjustments, they weren't able to get the ball outside of the tackles.
Yeah, like I said, we moved our outside backers back. We started into 5. We went to a 4. I'm not going to sit here and lie. We planned. We have so many defenses ready because it is such a hard an offense to read that we had a bunch of stuff ready and prepared for them, to different looks to kind of offset their misdirection and stuff.
Well, they've got a couple fast running backs, and you guys aren't going to run away from anybody with your running backs, but you do a nice job of opening holes. And down the stretch, it was Peyton Trumpler running the ball everywhere, and then Alex hit him with a touchdown pass. So,
yeah, we knew we were going to have to get him in space because we knew they were going to be ready for him. We kind of looked at that all this week is, utilize him and get him in space where we can use him. And then, we just challenged him there toward the end. Him and Alex be like, hey, you play our kind of football, and that's downhill football and smash mouth football. And we in our offensive line started a little shaky. I don't know, but their second half they were on fire.
Well, Jarvis maybe said it best. He said you guys were flat, and then you decided you were going to have fun.
Yeah,
and after that, it looked like Shoshoni was having a lot of fun.
That's our motto. I always say, we're a good team all the time, but when we're having fun, we're a great team. And that's kind of been our thing. And you can tell when these guys are having fun, everything changes. I mean, they hit harder, they fly around, the offense clicks. When they're having fun, we don't really need to coach. We could probably go sit on the bench and just sit back and let them do their thing. Because sometimes I feel like we might get in the way because we try to get too tricky maybe.
You got a quarterback out there tonight that rolls out and hits Peyton, and old Kansas City Chief guy over here said he looked like Mahomes. He's throwing across his body back to the left. That's got to make a coach want to tear his hair out a little bit.
Nope, not at all. I'm used to it. Yeah, we yell at him all the time, tuck the ball, throw it away. He does his thing, and he knows if it goes bad, he's going to get his butt chewed. But if it goes good, we're going to praise him. So I don't know if he'd like the Mahomes, maybe a Brady. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a slower, less coordinated Mahomes,
Yeah, not as fast.
Right.
Probably not as good looking. I don't know.
That's tough. That's harsh, Coach. Hey, conference champions, I believe that secures the number 1 seed for you guys, so you're going to be home for the playoffs.
Yes, so
that's big.
Everything comes through Shoshoni now to tell Laramie. So that was the plan coming in. We knew it was going to be a big game tonight. Like I said, I got to thank our fans. It's huge. We had a huge crowd here tonight.
Oh, boy.
And, and when we're at home, we're tough to beat because of our fans.
This series, and I told you wrong in the pregame, but Wind River was actually ahead of you guys all time, 29-28. I came and looked it up and then fixed what I said. And so now it's all tied up. You guys play each other in the playoffs. That'll decide, man, who's ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys in the playoffs. They're a tough team. I'll probably be number 2, so they'll get one round at home and they'll have to go on the road. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them either at Laramie. So,
well, you guys, I kind of build it as the experienced team versus the emerging team, and these guys, they play good football, and it was their homecoming tonight. They had some distractions a little bit. Nobody wants to play a big game on homecoming, but it was a great ball game, and you guys found a way to get it done again, and those 5 turnovers were huge.
Yeah, our defense, they do a good job of making turnovers. We're not super flashy on defense all the time, but we make turnovers happen, and that changes the game big time.
It's been big for you guys all season.
Yeah, yep. We're just patient. They're very patient on defense, and they wait for the mistakes, and we fly around and hit hard, and I think that causes a lot of it. I will say tonight was probably the hardest hitting game we've played all year. Both sides of the ball, us delivering the hits and us taking the hits. So,
all right, Coach. Hey, congratulations, conference champions.
Thank you.
Number 1 seed in the playoffs, and now I don't know. We kind of destroyed his confidence.
I know.
Here,
I'll give the headset to Patrick here.
We'll get Millsy here on the.
First, pick whatever Gatorade flavor you want.
Yeah, you get the choice of colors, man. Our Gatorade player of the game, Alex Mills, tonight, and you had to throw the ball early, and I know you like to throw the ball. I mean, you're one of the best quarterbacks in 9-man football, and it felt good on that opening drive, but then it became gutted out football after that.
Yeah, Wind River has a great defense, and I think their plan from the get-go was to stop our run, so we got them on a good play action. I think it was that first pass, and Jackson made a great play. And then we punched it in, but, they have a great defense. They fly around. They're fast. They hit. And on that second possession, we kind of stalled out, got a penalty, missed a pass, and had to punt it away. So
turnovers were big tonight, and you were part of an interception there down the stretch. It was big.
Oh, yeah. Man, there was a lot of hard hits tonight. I bet that was amazing to watch as a spectator. But, our linebackers flew downhill, forced some fumbles. Our young corner, Quentin, made a great play over there, got his feet in bounds on the sideline to force a huge turnover. I think that was our big momentum shift there for him to make that play.
How big was it that Trey was unable to go tonight? You really weren't talking about Trey Fike too much this week. Coach was saying it was a game-time decision, even though he snuck it out to me that he wasn't going to play. He's a big player on your team, both offensively and defensively, and you want him to get well, but you would have liked to have had his services tonight.
Oh, of course. Me and Trey have a great connection. You probably saw that, all of last year and this year so far. He's a big piece of our team, but I'm so proud of the way our young guys came in and stepped up. It's not easy to, step up and play a varsity game, but then, play the number 2 team in the state, at Wind River. It's their homecoming. It's for the number 1 seed. All these things, and our young guys today stepped up so big for us.
2 plays I want to talk about, and then we'll get you out of here. But first play of the game, you turned one way, Trumpler went the other. What do you think about as a quarterback when that happens? You're like, oh man.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to kill me.
Especially with those, that big Wind River line coming at you. Yeah, I think we were supposed to run a 2-hole, and he lined up next to me, and I didn't see him line up next to me. And I lost him, and I was turning around, looking around, and I hit the panic button and kind of fell down.
Well, that's a fun one, but I'll tell you what, it was an impressive drive you guys went on in the third quarter. You had to complete some passes. You completed 2 straight passes to Peyton to get a first down on that drive, and then you came back. You're rolling around the right end, and I know you're looking in the end zone for a receiver, but then out of the corner of your eye, you saw something. Why don't you lead us through that play?
Yes.
And, that caused my color guy over here, Mr. Kansas City, to bring out the Mahomes thing, because it sort of had the poor man Mahomes thing going for you. That was fun.
Yeah, so on that play, we were trying to get a rollout to the right, and we were trying our outside guys to come in, and then our very inside guy to just run towards that corner. And Wind River played it perfectly, and I'm just running around looking for somebody to move, and all of a sudden I see just this little glimpse of white just kind of running across my face to the left, and I'm like, oh man, there's Peyton. just kind of zipped it to him across, and I mean, he made a great play and got in the end zone. So.
Well, don't get a big head, but Mr. Kansas City over here, he was pulling it out because he's holding off. Buffalo and Kansas City play this weekend. So, but that was fun, and I know it feels fun to win here, and but you still got a lot of unfinished business to do this year. I mean, you guys would love to go play in Laramie again, right?
Oh yeah, of course. We can't look too far forward. I mean, whoever comes out of the East, obviously, even if they're a 4 seed, they're going to be tough. I mean, East football has always been tough, and there's a good chance we might see our own 3 seed in the second round, whether that being, I mean, any of those 3 teams. They've all played us tough. They've all played us close. So we got to take it week by week. We got to come to play every week, and I'm excited for what the rest of the season holds.
All right, cool.
Thank
Alex,
you so much.
Hey, nice job. Did we get your confidence level back up?
I
after
hope
that?
so, yeah.
Coach kind of ripped you
I
down there a
know.
little bit. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us here on the post game. Congratulations. We'll see if we can get can we get Coach over here real quick? Come over and talk to us, Coach. You can. Here, you talk. We're going to get Coach Frederick here on the post game.
Well, Coach, I know it wasn't the ending you were hoping for. We all know that turnovers can play a really big part in a game like this. What were you telling your team after 5 turnovers?
Oh, man, we were just telling them to focus. I'm like, and we tried to keep, preaching to be perfect. We got to stay with everything. And I said it'll come back around, but we just got to hang on to it, And I don't know, what did we have, 2 fumbles and 2 picks? Or 3 fumbles, 2 picks, something like that.
Yeah, well, the good news is for the most part of that first half, your defense was playing lights out. I mean, they
were playing at a high level. Yeah, and then we just kind of lost it. Like, it just fell down there in about middle of the second quarter, and I thought we came out in it. We came out okay, but yeah, I mean, just turnovers killed us.
And I know this was a big game not only because of the playoffs last year and because of your rivalry all these years, but also to stay atop of the conference. And now that Shoshoni has it, you have a really tough battle against Rocky Mountain to try and stay in that number 2 seed there. What are you going to be doing this week with the boys in practice to try and get back on top of it?
I mean, we'll come back. I mean, it's just, we'll treat it as another game, and that's how we got to play it. I mean, we talked about, everybody being there on Monday, and we're going to get going.
And it was a fun homecoming celebration. I know obviously everyone here wanted to see the win, but you had a couple kids that were homecoming royalty here, and at least you get a little bit of smiles there. But right now, when you go home, what are you going to tell the boys about tomorrow? I know you guys don't have school. Are you going to be practicing tomorrow?
No, we'll probably give them tomorrow off. We'll probably do some game film, and we'll kind of go from there. So
understandable. And we were talking about it earlier. This was going to be a hard-hitting game on both sides. You had a couple kids come off and come back on. You had Joaquin. You had JC. It looked like he hurt his hands. Is everyone healthy? Everyone okay?
Yeah, JC hurt his shoulder at some point, and he hurt his finger at some point. I don't know. He thought he might have broke his finger. He doesn't know for sure. But Joaquin, I don't know what. He just said he felt dizzy. But I said, did you get hit? And he's like, no. So I'm not sure where that happened. But other than those 2, I think we're okay. Chris did hurt his knee, but he said it was like feeling weird, but then he got up and started walking on it, and he thought it was okay. So,
well, overall a strong game. I know it didn't come out the way you hoped, but good luck at Rocky Mountain next week. We'll all be rooting for you.
We're here. Not at Rocky.
No, not at Rocky. Good luck versus Rocky. Sorry.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem. We will be right back after word from our sponsors with the final couple minutes of our post-game show. We'll be right back.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Final score tonight, Shoshoni 25, Wind River 14. A lot of things to play for still. Wind River will be home on Thursday. They'll take on Rocky Mountain. Right now it is a log jam for that second seed between Big Piney, Rocky Mountain, and Wind River. So that'll be a big game next week. Big Piney still has games to play, and we'll see how things go as we head down the stretch. But Shoshoni has clinched that number 1 seed, importantly, Sean, and they'll be home for what could be the first 2 rounds of the playoffs and maybe a chance, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves to play in Laramie for a second straight state championship.
Yeah, they're riding on a high right now, and I'm almost positive that bus is going back to Shoshoni is probably the most hyped place in the state right now. And you're right, on top of the conference, that was really what this game was about. You know, you could point at the playoff loss last year for Wind River. You could point at the rivalry that they've had for 29 times 2 games, and it really was just for the conference spot there. And Wind River just let it slip out of their fingers with turnovers and penalties.
Yeah, we had a blast tonight from Pavilion. Appreciate everyone here at Pavilion welcoming us and allowing us to come and cover the Cougars homecoming tonight. He's Sean O'Brate. I'm Cody Beers. Have a wonderful Wyoming weekend. We'll have more football tomorrow as Lander is at home. Sean and Ernie will be in Lander as they take on Worland. That one has big-time playoff implications.
It'll be a great game.
Riverton travels to Buffalo tomorrow. And then Thermopolis, who do they play, Sean?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry I put you on the spot there,
it's okay.
But
Thermopolis.
We'll have 3 games on the network tomorrow, and boy, what a way to start another wonderful Wyoming weekend with one of the oldest precious rivalries in Fremont County. This one is not as old as the Riverton Lander rivalry, but man, it's a good one here, and we witnessed a really good thing again. As Thermopolis takes on Cokeville. Is that a home game for Thermopolis? That's a weird matchup.
That is a home game versus Cokeville, and then they have a home game next Friday versus Level to end the season.
That's more in the traditional thing for Thermopolis. But anyway, they'll take on Cokeville tomorrow. So we'll be back on the air with more Wyoming high school football. And hey, we're only about a week out from doing a live stream of the state cross-country meet at Wyoming Indian High School, our second straight year providing that coverage, exclusive coverage for Fremont County. So for Sean O'Brate, hey, appreciate Kirk in the studios, appreciate Rusty Wirtz helping us get going tonight. Have a wonderful Wyoming weekend. Rusty Wirtz-Harris, I should say.
Go, yeah.
I'm sorry, Rusty. And for Montana and Sean, I'm Cody Beers. Good evening from Pavilion.
College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.